What's up, you guys? How you guys doing?
Good, man.
I'm good, man.
Welcome back to Politicking with myself, Jorge Ruiz.
Lamar Mitchell, JR.
And Eric Sparks.
How you guys doing? Haven't seen you in 7 days.
Pretty well, man. It's been a pretty uneventful week. It was a weird week, actually, I want to say. It was
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much did nothing all week and just hung out.
Yeah, did you watch the debate?
Oh, yeah, baby. I planned my whole week around what was going on.
I left the house because my grandma and mom and aunt were going to watch the debate. And I was like, I don't want to fucking
I had
be here.
3 TVs on with 3 different channels covering every angle.
Every angle, yeah. Biden's angle.
I was
the
like
middle shot, and then
football
Trump's
coach
angle.
breaking down film after the game, you know.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't watch it. I missed
the highlights.
Yeah, and it was cool. It was like I ESPN that shit. Yeah,
That's how it is. That's what politics has become.
Yeah, and
it's like sports.
For real. And you know what? I like to listen to it like that because it's like now I get to see who's heavy on whose side. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? As far as media goes.
Yeah.
But like for me and my personal view of it is I can't vote. So now I get to take all my emotion out of everything and actually just analyze what's being said.
Yeah. And me, and sucky fucking contenders, you know, so I'm not voting for neither one of those pricks.
I mean, we really have 2 horrible choices.
Yeah, exactly. Super horrible choices.
Different reasons, obviously, but just
reasons.
It's so infuriating. Like if you had a box, right? And the box was it was a box of 1,000 apples, and the box was supposed to sort all the apples and give you the 2 best apples. But every time you press the button, it just spat out like 2 rotten apples. You wouldn't eat those apples. You'd be like, this fucking box is broken.
Exactly.
You would start eating oranges.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like what our political system has become. It's just like keep spitting rotten apples at us and being like, eat this shit. And what the fuck?
And to be honest with you, it was sad to watch.
Really
Whoever you're
was.
voting for, it's sad. It was sad because this is it. Just the way Biden just looked like a dementia patient straight out of the rest home.
Yeah.
And then just to look at both of them, they old as hell.
That's the other thing I was
like,
thinking.
why?
If the Democrats put somebody just young in, Trump would look like Biden.
I saw a picture of
I
saw a picture of JFK and Ronald Reagan shaking hands. They're both in their 40s. They look fucking great. Reagan's a former actor.
Yeah.
Maybe that was Nixon. I can't remember. It might have been Nixon actually they were shaking hands with. It probably it doesn't matter.
Reagan was an actor in the 50s.
Yeah, Reagan was. Yeah. It was probably Reagan.
Wow.
But yeah, like how cool would it be to have a president in their 40s?
You know what's crazy is
that would be scary too.
How old Obama is right now
cool,
compared to everybody. He's only 62 and he was the president 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was his whole 50s. He was the president.
He was like the young cool black guy of the presidents.
Yeah, I mean just young and he can talk. Like how is that missed? Like he can actually just say words that make sense.
Yeah. You know, it was crazy though, like to watch it. So with Biden, it was his health. You know, is he able to run because of his health? And then you look at the Trump side, and it was like, well, he's not telling the truth. Because the crazy thing is, it's like, we're just going to fact check Trump. Nobody fact checked Biden at all.
Really?
That's weird.
Because everybody was like,
That's weird. Like,
Biden
why? Like, shouldn't you fact check both of them? Just to be fair, that's just weird.
That's the crazy part because you just automatically assume Trump's lying.
Yeah.
But with Biden, everybody's like, what?
Yeah. That too, but why wouldn't I think Biden's telling some lies too? Why wouldn't you fact check both?
Maybe he's like George Washington and he can't tell a lie.
Yeah. He can't.
Remember that? They taught us that. They taught us our first president was incapable of telling a lie.
Checks out.
You know how much George Washington lied to the American people? A lot.
Didn't we find out he has slaves like not too long ago? Like,
he's a real good
bro.
Dude. He can't tell a lie, but he can own slaves.
Maybe he didn't lie about that part.
He's like, I didn't lie. I said I had him.
Yeah, that's
You expect me to do my own work?
Yeah.
The media said that I didn't have them. I never said I didn't have no niggas. But that's wild, man. Like it's stupid. Like if you look at both sides, They just playing with the American people, bro. They trying to see how dumb people are. Because if you buy into either side or feel like I have to vote based on this, man,
you're going
it's telling
full
you
in
where you at, bro.
on your side,
Wow, yeah, especially going full in. Full in is just absolutely ridiculous. So I'm not hearing the other side, but my side sounds like shit too.
Always, yeah.
And then now the talk is who they're going to replace Biden. Who are they going to replace him with?
What do you think they should
Michelle Obama.
That's right.
That's what you didn't you say that?
But you put me on blast?
I personally,
You sent the meme, I think.
Well, yeah. I sent a meme out. It was a joke.
It definitely wasn't a big Mike meme.
yeah.
Michelle's the only man that can beat Trump.
We got to see when the next time it's going to be another actor in office, because we had Reagan, and then how many years later?
Dude, my friend predicted.
Trump, and then we got to have somebody else.
When Trump got elected, my friend predicted, he was like, Kanye's going to be next, and there's going to be Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the White House edition. And I'm so surprised that's not how the cards landed. I was like, that's probably it.
I would leave.
You probably nailed it.
I go back to Mexico.
This is all about popular opinion now.
That's all it's, yes. That's what I saw somebody say it. The debate was just like trying to figure out who looks best on TV.
Right.
And that's not who should be our president.
They said they were talking about golf, bro.
They were. Did you see that?
Talking about they
were straight
fucking
up arguing about it.
When I first came in office as president, I had a negative handicap of
No
6.
joke. That was the most passionate either of them got.
That was
they
crazy.
were like taking that real serious.
It was the whitest conversation.
Oh my
that could happen.
God, bro. And then it's like, so you basically saying who clocked the most hours on the golf course during your presidency and vice presidency. You know what I mean? Who clocked the most hours? I was practicing. You think that I wasn't in office, trying to...
Well, that reminds me of that one scene where it was like back we're invading Afghanistan, and they're asking George W. Bush about it, and he's like, "We're gonna get him," and then he pulls the golf ball out and goes and tees off.
Yeah. That tells you that is a part of the budget of the presidency.
Yeah.
Golf hours. You know what I mean? They probably got trainers, all of that shit. You know what I mean? The black was like, imagine Obama. He couldn't even go to most of the golf clubs. That's terrible.
We're not hiring right now.
You know what I mean? We don't have chicken here, President. I'm sorry.
We already got one black guy
We don't
working
care
here.
that you're the president. You're still black. It's crazy. It's a crazy take.
For real. I mean, if you think about it, because when what is Serge Garcia saying when it was when Tiger Woods went to one of the golf places, he was like, we don't serve chicken or something.
Yeah, that was like in the 90s.
President the same shit.
Same
That'd
thing.
be crazy. And that's what I'm saying. That's how recent that was. Like you talking him coming in, but yeah, that'd have been.
I saw a crazy quote by Obama. He was talking about like Guantanamo Bay and like this facility out in the Middle East that they used to torture people after Desert Storm. And he's like, after Desert Storm, after 9/11, we did some bad things. We tortured some folks. And I was like, tortured some folks is a hilariously casual way to like put
Wow, he said that for real?
We tortured some folks.
He said that?
Yeah, it's the best. It's so good.
Oh my God, we got to find that little.
I mean, is that a problem? Huh? You guys remember 9/11?
I mean,
do you remember those people jumping out of the buildings to their deaths?
Yeah, but
if somebody got waterboarded, I'm all for it.
You put that on camera, that's like admitting to, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, you want to win the war or not?
Especially like when you're doing it to your own CIA agents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, comply.
You don't waterboard the person that you. No, I'm just swearing. I didn't say.
I know
that.
we gave you these guns, but we need them back.
But we need to know who gave you these guns. It was you. No, it wasn't.
don't you say that. That's the wrong answer.
That's
okay.
Let's
see.
We don't really
ready?
believe
I think I got this lined up for us.
For real?
Yeah. There's gonna be an ad. Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna listen to the snippet.
They'll be able to hear it too.
Even before I came into office, I was very clear that in the immediate aftermath of 9/11, we did some things that were wrong. We did a whole lot of things that were right, but we tortured some folks. We did some things that were contrary.
He said before I came into office, we tortured some folks.
Which one is the?
Yeah, so he's putting the blame on Bush for sure.
I mean, we tortured the shit out of some people for sure.
Hey.
I mean, there's pictures of it, you know.
Yeah.
Remember that one white lady had them in the dog collar and had like the sheets over their heads and stuff.
Yeah.
I can take that. Could take what I've said back because he said we did some things wrong.
We did some things right.
We did some things right. We tortured some folks. I'm fucking with that heavy. And then in the little caption it said Obama. We tortured some folks.
Right, the headline.
Man, that was dope.
If you look into it too, they were definitely using like sexual assault as a form of torture. Like,
What? Are you for real?
It was bad.
Yeah, they
dude.
use
It was
like
bad.
German shepherds to do some things.
Yeah.
And the German shepherds they're bred for that, you know.
It was not good.
Y'all are blowing
We
my
did some
fucking
really
mind
bad
right
stuff.
now.
I've been going down some rabbit holes.
Yeah.
On different
Y'all are
things recently.
blowing my mind right
Yeah.
now. But another thing that blows my mind is that you can tap in with a snippet just right there.
I
We
know.
could have been doing this the whole time.
We had Elon Musk sitting here this whole time, and he's over here trying to be a comedian.
Like you just hold on, I can get it. No, we can play
think I
it right
got it.
now
Yeah.
live.
Figure
doing
this
some Star
out.
Trek
Yeah.
shit, you know.
This guy, and then he has some buttons here that I didn't know about, and then I'm like, oh shit,
Lamar, stop pushing buttons.
yeah, I better stop pressing buttons. I would
Push a
have,
button up and
the
Eric's having a heart attack.
I didn't did the nuke button. There it is. Okay.
Oh wow.
See, he got
some skills.
Oh my God, we're a real podcast now.
We've
Now.
been one. Yeah, and he's just been holding back on
Right.
us. Damn, the white
Elon
man
Musk over
holding
here.
back on us. No, I'm just like,
Okay, so do you think it's wrong that we tortured terrorists who commit now? Is it wrong?
well,
We're at war.
admitting to it.
Okay.
I mean, now you gotta get the answers to some shit. So
He
I
admitted
can't.
to it.
You know,
Okay.
And then he could have said, and what the fuck is anybody gonna do about it?
he could have.
And nothing.
You absolutely right about that. It could have been worse.
It
He
could
could
have
have
been
just
worse.
said, "We did some good shit. We tortured some folks."
That means we got info.
Yeah. We're proud of what we did.
He's like, we tortured some people, but we did some
It
good
was-
things because we
look,
got some info out of it.
nothing
That's what he could have said.
Yeah.
Like he could have backed it up. With
Everything that happened was necessary, including the sexual assault.
He should have held up the pictures of people jumping out of the buildings in 9/11. You remember this shit?
He
Yeah.
could have did like because he was black. He's saying, "I'm with the Malcolm X approach by any means necessary."
Right.
You know what I mean? But it would have been dope, like if he just said, "Yeah, we did some good shit. We tortured some folks, but we got some good information." You know what I mean? Like
We stopped some further
Yeah.
future terrorist
It
attacks.
saved American lives. People
Yeah,
like
saved
that.
him. Exactly.
Yeah.
Never. fucking
Nobody's
said-
questioning him that.
After that, they wouldn't have
They're
questioned
not going to
him.
say
No.
At
shit.
all. At all.
Yeah.
If he would have said, we got some good information and saved some American lives. Did I say that again? Did I say it again?
Right.
American lives.
He could have been like, not Kenyan, American.
Could have pointed people out.
And then
People that might have been saving your life or your friend, family member.
just hold up a picture of a little white baby with blonde and blue hair. Like, we saved little Jimmy. You know what I mean?
Jimmy Stein. You got to
Yeah.
put Stein or something at the end.
Yeah, whatever.
So,
Jimmy Goldberg.
Really, to really drive it home and make everybody really, really like you. You got to throw that in there.
And he did kill Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean,
Yeah.
Big, yeah. Right before that election.
we broke into his house. Is that worse than torture, I think?
Yeah.
Probably. But he for sure was a bad dude. I'm not sure that all the dudes that got tortured were.
Well, how are you supposed to find
Yeah,
out?
I
if
know,
they're-
right?
if
Until you
don't
torture him. Yeah.
Until you torture him.
Okay, so up his butthole, let him go. But then now he's a terrorist.
Yeah. Now that guy hates.
He killed my boy Gaddafi too, so I don't like that.
No.
Yeah, Gaddafi was.
I don't like that.
I've been reading. I've actually been going down rabbit holes this last week because I had a lot
That
of
was
nothing.
that's Libya.
Yeah,
it was
Libya.
like in like a really good place before we took him out. So
Well, he-
fucked up.
I mean,
It was
Gaddafi
like a
was trying to do
beautiful
like
country.
a lot of stuff for
Yeah.
Africa.
for Africa, and they
Yeah.
don't like that.
Oh yeah,
because-
can't have that.
What's the name? Africa is the most exploited continent in the world. You know what I mean? They have so much minerals, natural resources that everybody wants an interest in there.
I've seen Blood Diamond.
And he was trying to basically throw that off, and they didn't like that.
They wanted to start their own central bank in Africa, and the white people were like,
Hey, wait a minute.
it was Europe.
It was bringing back the gold dinar.
I'm sure it was
the dinar.
basically.
Yeah, and they was actually saying you can't trade with us if you don't have gold. Simple as that. And a lot of places don't have gold like they say. So,
Right. But even there's the conspiracy theory that Fort Knox is actually empty.
yeah, it probably is. The thing is, that's why they want you to sell your chains online. Because
This is fake gold.
hey man, come sell your gold to us.
I got to get a new one of these
So
every
sick
2 weeks
Jesus
so my neck
knees.
don't turn green.
You got like 32 ounces of gold. But anyways, back to the
Back to
to the debate. I thought the debate was
Who won?
was both. You know what? I think it was a tie. Both of them were. You know what? No, we're gonna go ahead and go with Trump because I felt like Trump it may have been lying. He may have been, but we don't know if Biden was lying. So that to me,
Biden definitely told some lies.
that really affects where you saying that Trump is lying to me. Like you don't fact check the other dude. That's dumb. They was doing it before. Now y'all stop fact checking one side.
One Biden
Dude,
lie was-
honestly, I would be fine with Trump being president if he would stop doing this shit where he's like, I think we should get rid of term limits. Term limits are a bad idea. You're like, hey, wait a minute, dude. What are you trying to? How long do you want to be president for?
If he just didn't talk, he would be great president.
Yeah.
Well, Biden told one lie about that no servicemen had been killed, but he was president, other than the ones in Afghanistan when they were leaving. He forgot that part.
Yeah. So I would love to fact check both sides. So if we just going off of just the debates, no fact checking at all, man, what's the name got creamed?
Biden.
What's the Biden got creamed?
Right.
You know what I mean? He got smoked. Trump was smoking on the Biden pack in black terminology.
Yeah.
Biden had the bench playing in the fourth quarter.
Man, for real. Exactly. It was crazy. That was dope. I like
Fourth
that.
quarter
No
of
doubt.
his brain.
I like that.
Personally, the winner of the debate is all the sponsors on
Yeah.
CNN. Because that's all it's about is just getting eyeballs of the sponsors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's really disgusting how much politics has just become sports. And like, you're just supposed to root for your side, even if like they're in the wrong.
Because you know what?
Because in sports, you can do that.
But thinking of sponsorship,
Yeah.
you're thinking about the commercials. What do you think the cost of getting a spot during that time?
Probably
Like
Super Bowl-ish.
Super Bowl act. But you think they would ever
Right.
admit that?
No,
No.
you'll never get the real numbers.
No, you ain't gonna get the politics in that. You know what I mean? Like
And look, most of the commercials were pharmaceutical stuff,
pushing that shit.
pushing all the Ozempics and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
because I ordered Ozempic. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I've been on Ozempic like a week now or a couple days.
It don't work on Mexicans. I had to stop.
Are you
taking it.
for real?
Yeah,
Why?
because of that fucking commercial.
Oh.
Damn,
I
you
was
gotta
like, what
catch
the
that
fuck?
one back here.
I
Eric.
was like a little bit like, well, hey, in my defense, I knew in the back of my head Ozempic's a drug for diabetes. I was
Yeah.
like, it's not impossible.
Oh, okay. So that's what it was.
I'm just
So,
saying.
because he looked down at me.
Is
as
that
like,
racist?
It wasn't,
Maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't because he's fat. He looked at me as definitely not because you fat.
Yeah.
You got diabetes? That's what he wanted to. And
It could happen.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. I can take that.
Well,
no,
one-
didn't.
I'm glad you don't.
No, didn't.
One truth that Biden did say, like over and over, like 5 times, 6 times, was calling Trump a convicted felon. He just threw that out there. Well,
had to.
he's losing, so he's just throwing Hail Marys at this point.
Hey,
Dunking on him.
Yeah.
The only way he knows.
So you guys gonna just sit here and listen to this convicted felon?
Yeah, that's his fourth down. It's 4th and 35. He's just throwing deep at this point.
He sounded like he had a DJ in his mouth.
Remix.
What I liked about it is
Oh,
just
shit.
him standing there with his mouth open, like,
Yeah.
bro. I was like,
Like he was getting cooked and knew it.
Yeah.
Did you see him? He was like, "Oh my god, he coming at me like dog." Like,
Whatever drugs.
they were
They should
mesmerizing
have had
each other.
better drugs. They needed better drugs.
I think Biden was looking at Trump lying, like, huh? And then Trump was looking at Biden like be dementia patient. He's like,
come on now. Do you
I better
think?
not lose to this guy again.
Wasn't there some part where Biden Biden said something, and they were like, "Do you want to respond to that, Mr. Trump?" He's like, "I would, but I have no idea what he said."
Yeah, exactly. And that was
really
it,
funny.
right? That was a highlight. But then you saying like, do you think Biden knew he was lying? I don't even think Biden knew he was lying. I think Biden was looking at him like, huh? You coming at me way too fast, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what Biden
This is
reminded
not
me of?
scripted. Because
Yeah.
if you doing the rehearsals and shit and all of that, they don't know what the fuck Trump gonna say and what unhinged
Right.
shit he gonna say.
You
So
can't
when
even
he
prepare
say
for that.
something-
Prepare for
yeah,
Trump.
exactly.
Yeah,
He'd be
yeah.
like, oh my God.
Biden remind me of a comic who thinks he killed but just bombed and walked half the crowd. But he's like, yeah, got him.
That's the worst.
Wow. Name said comic. No, I'm just like,
Hold on, I got a list right here.
but man, it was wild. If
It
you
was just a hard watch.
It really was. It really was. It really was. And I would like to see what comes of it. But it's crazy though, like how you were saying though, like where he kept throwing out the convicted felon thing. Now, even on that, the politics in that, like we got a convicted felon who had to fill out a job application. And he had to check that box, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Convicted felon. And he had to explain himself.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he had to apply before he was a felon. So he wasn't a felon when he actually put in the application.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know.
Do you have
I don't
to
know how any
fill
of that
out an
works.
application?
Probably something. There's
feel like you gotta
definitely
fill out an application.
paperwork you have to fill out to be president. You can't just be like, I'm on the ballot.
Yeah, so he was
already the
running.
nominee.
Yeah, so he was running beforehand. So whatever paperwork he signed is whatever. You know what I mean? Now,
But still, for obviously, I got in some trouble last year, so I'm technically a convicted felon right now. So when Biden throws that out there, that's how I feel when I apply for a job, and I know I'm not going to get this, but I'm still trying.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, you're just a convicted felon." That's how, for me, the stigma is for a lot of people just trying to
Yeah.
get their life together. So I think that backfired on Biden a little bit.
Yeah.
He threw it out there too much for me, but I'm like,
how did
I'm
that
in
make
that
you
boat.
feel?
I'm in that boat, so I'm like, well,
How did
what the
that
fuck,
make you
man?
feel? Express your
Well, I'm not a
feelings right now.
Democrat anyway. So.
I know you're not, but
but-
please tell them how you feel. Speak it to the
I
camera.
just basically in my mind was like, "Fuck you, motherfucker."
Okay.
Yeah.
That's basically like
So he's basically saying no matter what, because you have that
right.
stigma that
It's not about Trump. But
They
when
have.
you're not talking to Trump. You're talking to the American people. You know how many people have convictions that should be overturned and wrongfully convicted, and they fucked their life up, and you're just throwing it out there like it's a punchline. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah. But he knows that's the mindset of the American people. Felons shouldn't have second chances.
Yeah, he's
You
not
know what I
worried
mean?
about
So-
losing your vote.
Right.
Exactly.
But how many families have been ruined by this shit, though?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And just weed convictions. Not even talking about crazy crimes. You know what I'm saying? Like weed convictions that some of them can't get off the record.
So, do you think that it's okay for him, Trump, to run for president as a felon?
I think
How do you
it's-
feel about that?
I think it's fine if you run for president, but take that shit off the applications then.
Take it
all
off the
of them.
applications.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you can be president of the free world and a convicted felon,
Yeah.
I should be able to work for DoorDash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't work for DoorDash
Now,
or any of those similar type of jobs. You know what I mean?
now is Trump's conviction a sex crime?
No.
It's a bribery.
It's money.
So now I do think that should be on your fucking.
What a crazy
Application.
take that is.
The money-
People who commit sexual assault shouldn't be allowed to get certain jobs, like probably DoorDash.
Yeah, like, you know what I
anyone
mean?
where you go to someone's home.
Like if I can run your name in a sexual motherfucking little database,
Yeah.
you should probably, because that's a whole different population of crime.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You know
then
what I mean?
When you
So-
move into a neighborhood, they let the neighborhood know.
Yeah.
Right.
So I feel that should be on there. Have you ever been convicted of a sexual crime?
Or hurting
you know what
children,
I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, or hurt children. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that should definitely be on there. That should definitely be on there.
I think that's why they do just convicted felons then.
Yeah.
It's too hard just to be that specific, I think.
Because it's kind of hard too to throw like kidnapping in there, because in Arizona, if I stood in front of that door and wouldn't let both of you out, that can be considered kidnapping.
Right.
Yeah, in Arizona.
Most states probably, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
like my charge is a weapons charge.
yeah,
So DoorDash doesn't want to hire me because I might rob somebody because I have a gun.
No,
Yeah,
but then it's our given right to have one. Now, you did misuse. I don't know if that should be on there. You know what I mean? Now, it should probably be, have you ever been convicted of murder, sex crimes, or that's it.
See,
that's
now you're asking, now you're
Maybe
asking the
domestic
government.
violence.
Now you're asking the government to be specific on everybody's background checks when they can just blanket it with just, have you ever been convicted of a felony?
Yeah, that's not cool, though.
No,
Yeah,
I
but
know.
you're the one that said.
I know. I know. So see, you can't have it like both ways.
Well, I don't give a fuck.
No.
Well,
You can't have it. both
Maybe
ways.
it'll deter people from doing sex crimes and murdering people.
That's why I said just take it off.
Yeah.
So you think
So just take it off, and even
can't just
people
take
who
it
have
off.
But-
sex crimes should be hireable.
so you think when a guy checks sex crimes, it's going to stop him from committing another sex crime somewhere else?
No, but at least he'll stop from fucking being a Chuck E. Cheese and fucking cleaning out the balls.
So how do illegal immigrants get jobs everywhere with fake IDs and fake names? The sex crime guy can just do the same thing.
That's fine. And if he slips through the cracks, literally, then then that's
At least you made him have to not be himself.
But
Yeah.
but now he's not working. You know what he's doing?
He has to be somebody else.
You know what he's
That's
doing
pretty
now?
dark.
He's not working. So he's going to commit more crimes because he's not working.
Oh shit! So at least 8 hours out the day, you saying?
Now he's too tired to go
Then
kidnap
he
somebody.
can't do that. Yeah.
Well, he's not going to commit more rapes because he's not working. Nobody gets paid for rape.
Yeah, because that's how motherfuckers be getting called in the bathroom with kids and shit. You gotta at least limit the fucking
He
bathroom
might
breaks.
do more robberies.
Bathroom breaks.
Limit the bathroom breaks. Right? Where you going? Oh, to the bathroom. You got somebody standing there with the door open while you're taking a shit.
But I'm just saying, it's not going to stop somebody from committing sex crimes if you.
Yeah.
If somebody's going to commit a sex crime, they're going to commit it no matter what.
Right. And I mean, there has to be a road back for everybody.
Gotta
Like,
be
we
something.
can't just let people die because they committed a crime one time.
At least interview the person that's you know what I'm saying. Don't just say automatically he's disqualified. How about
We ain't saying you disqualified, but we gonna run a background check and see what that sex crime is.
No, I'm not talking about sex crime. I'm talking about convicted felons in general.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on
At
that.
least interview the person. Like me, I can't even get an interview.
Yeah,
right now,
that's weird as fuck.
you know.
That's discrimination to me.
Yeah.
That's discrimination.
Sounds like you don't want to work in construction, huh?
No,
Yeah, because I heard they don't care at all.
no, they don't.
They're like, bring on the felonies.
I got a bad back. I can't really do it anyway. But you know, but I can do DoorDash
Yeah, man, but it's politics and all kinds of shit.
in every aspect of our life.
every
We actually talked about like actual politics a lot today. That's
We
pretty
did.
cool.
We did. I think it'd be kind of cool leading up to this election too, to talk a little bit about what's going on. You know what I mean? I think we all are kind of like in the middle about shit. I do assume.
Yeah, I'm pretty much middle of the road with everything right now.
Yeah, and me personally, yeah, I don't put too much into it because it's
I've always
like,
been a registered independent before all my stuff. So
Cannot say that the government has helped. Have they passed bills and different things like that that have helped, make us more progressive than we were? But are they corrupt? I think so. You know what I mean? But they have passed some things for everybody.
it's like they're
You know what
breaking
I mean?
even
So
with the good and bad shit.
yeah,
It's still the best place to live. You're not going to live anywhere else and have this much freedom.
yeah.
I mean, in
but
Mexico,
it's
if you
getting,
feel like chopping bodies up, you're going to have a lot of freedom doing that.
it's getting a little weird though. You know what I mean? Our freedoms are. They was just talking about an act now that they trying to pass with paramilitary where you can do certain things, like. If us three decided to say we gonna get our guns up and, we out there target practice doing anything that we want to make sure that we cool and if somebody threatened us, we are a force. We can't even do that. We can't call. You know what I mean?
Start your own militia.
Yeah. Well, basically.
Eric knows about that.
But we all should be able to do that. That's
I got some friends out in the woods.
Isn't that the Constitution? The right to assemble?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how are you saying that we can't do that? We got to protect ourselves, you know what I mean, when that threat hits our door front. You know what I mean? In our communities.
It's definitely a fine line because there's been militias too. Then they blow up the Oklahoma City building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
But
there's a fine line of how far you
that's
want to
with
take
everything.
this.
That's America.
That's with
motherfucker.
everything. As long as you're not an anarchist group, you know what I mean, where you're against the government and you looking to, do that. But that's going to come with the good and the bad. You know, we got motherfucking some people that are in government that are good people, and then we got some that are known KKK members.
Right, like a whole bunch of police officers got in trouble for going to the January 6th riot. You're like, that's not cool.
Yeah, so it's like
Probably isn't good when police officers are trying to help overthrow the country.
it's wild, bro.
I mean, how far are you going to get in? Just for being there, or did you actually storm the Capitol? Because I would have liked to have been there just to watch it. Does that mean I should be in trouble?
That would have been a historic thing. If I can take a TV as a black man while they doing that, why not?
Have you seen? Do you know who Nick
TV?
Mullen is? You
No.
don't for sure. Do you know he's a comic? No, he's a comic.
think I heard
he
of
does a
him,
bit about that where he's like, I had no idea what FOMO was. I'd never like experienced that feeling in my life, and then I saw the January 6th riot, and I was like, I should have fucking been there.
What's FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out. Oh, damn. For real. Like, for real. Like, they had been.
He's like,
they
at
had been
first I thought some
storming
people were
shit.
just putting some stink on the word homo. I was like, come on, guys.
Bro, that's for real. Like, literally, I would have been looking, where are the paintings at? In here, where's the shit that I can take and pawn, nigga? You know what I mean?
I mean, there's some shit worth some money
Put some,
in the Capitol.
exactly. While they doing the dumb shit and taking pictures behind the podium and shit, and
Taking a shit on Nancy Pelosi's
Nigga.
desk.
Like, I'm a
for
taxpayer.
real, bro.
This gold pen's mine for sure.
I'm doing some shit, bro. I'm doing some shit. Like, I'm gonna put that shit on the black market.
But then if me and Lamar are there just watching, are we going to
Oh yeah, I didn't see very many black dudes
are we
there.
are we going to end up somewhere not where we're
I did
supposed
not, dude. That was a lot of white
Probably got
boys.
40 years to life.
to be? No, but
bro.
would the
It
crowd
was us.
turn on us is the question.
You think so? No. I think it was whoever was down for the fucking cause. I'm sure it was some Mexicans in there.
Well, the one leader of the
Yeah.
Proud Boys is a Mexican dude.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's
And
weird.
a government informant, by the way.
Yeah, but I think I seen a couple black dudes too. I seen one watching.
Once you get fat enough, everybody kind of looks alike.
It's crazy, man.
This is a good podcast, I think.
Was it?
It kind of got too serious for
Yeah,
some
we
points.
got a little too serious.
Nah, well, I mean, we can't be silly all the time. It's good to have moments
We
of
had a funny
genuine.
couple funny moments,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
There's only so many jokes you can make about sexual assault before you have to be authentic for a second or two.
Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
But shit, that's politicking.
That's politicking for the debate today.
Hey.